Hey guys, welcome back. So in the previous video, we talked about the practical uses of stack. Hope the idea was clear. In case if you have any doubt, please feel free to ask those questions in question and answer section and we will get back to you. In this video, we are going to talk about the pros and cons of stack. So the first pro of a stack is that it helps us to manage a data in a particular way, which is LIFO in this case. So as already explained, LIFO method stands for last in, first out. That is, whichever data comes in last moves out first. So if we take an example of the back button of a browser, it is usually implemented in LIFO method. So now the same can be implemented using linked list as well. But stack is preferred method because it suits the problem statement perfectly. So the next pro is a corollary of the first pro, that is, stack helps us to eliminate data corruption. Now what do we mean by data corruption? Say for example, if we use a linked list instead of a stack in case of back button implementation, there is a high chances that we can insert a data in the middle of a linked list or at the beginning of a linked list by mistake instead of inserting the node at the last. This can corrupt the entire data. So if we use a stack instead of linked list, we can avoid that data corruption. Now let's move on to the cons section of the stack. So the biggest con or problem of using a stack is that random access is not possible. Now let's assume this is our stack which is implemented using a linked list. Now say for example, if we have done some mistake in this node that instead of 30 it should have been 31. Now if it was simple linked list, the solution was very simple. We could have traversed from starting from node 1 to 2 and go to node 3, rectify the problem, and we are done. But in case of stack, since we don't have direct access to any of the internal nodes, we only have an access to the last node, which is 60 in this case. So if we have to modify node number 3, we have to pop out this number 60, then go to 50, pop this out, 40, pop out, and then we get access to number 30. We do all our modifications and then we have to again push back node 40, 50 and node 60. So you see, there is so much extra effort required. First we have to pop out all the nodes, store it in some other place, and then once again push it back in the stack. It's time consuming because we have to do multiple push and pop operations. Also it is space inefficient because we have to temporarily store all these popped out nodes in somewhere and then push it back to the stack. So these are the major pros and cons of stack. With this we come to end of this video. In the next video we are going to talk about comparison between data structures that we have learned so far, that is stack, linked list and an array. Thanks for your time. See you in the next video.